is my training? Am I ready for the test? Hey there, future HGV drivers, Patrick Bill here, your trusted HGV instructor. Today, we are tackling one of the most common questions I get from students. How is my training? Am I ready for my test? This question is so important, and the truth is, your readiness can make all the difference between passing and failing. If you've been wondering about your own progress or doubting whether you are ready, this video is for you. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who's training for their HGV license. And as always, our contact details are in the description below if you want to get started on your journey with us. Let's jump in. The importance of being ready. So how do you know if you're truly ready for your test? Reality is this: readiness isn't just about the hours you've driven. It's about the quality of your training, the knowledge you've been given, and how confident and prepared you feel. The feeling, yeah? Unfortunately, not all training schools get this right. Some students are sent for the test without the skills they need to succeed. When that happens, it's no surprise that they end up failing, not because they can't drive, but because they haven't been trained properly. Let me share a story about Ian. Ian came to us after failing his test 3 times with another school. Now, you'd think that after 3 attempts, he'd be test ready, right? But during his initial assessment with us, it became clear there were some major gaps in his training. So here's Ian's story: the danger of incomplete training. Ian's main issue was his approach speed at junctions and roundabouts. It was far too high. He wasn't in control, and the problems would pile up faster than he could react on them. It wasn't Ian's fault, it was a lack of proper instructions. His previous school hadn't addressed this fundamental issue, and after 3 test failures, his confidence was completely knocked. Imagine how disheartening that must feel. 3 failures and still no real understanding of what was going wrong. At Retro, we focus on identifying these issues early and working through them step by step. With Ian, we slowed everything down, worked on his approach speeds, and rebuilt his confidence. And guess what? He passed his test on his first attempt with us. That's the difference proper training makes. And back to the question, am I ready? Now, let's get back to the big question. Am I ready for my test? The answer should never be a mystery. Throughout your training, you should have a clear idea of where you stand. After every lesson, your instructor should evaluate your progress and plan the next steps with you. Let me tell you about another student, Gabriel. Gabriel came to us after failing with a different school. He said his instructor kept telling him, "You're okay, you'll be fine." But when it came to the test, he failed again and again. Now, don't get me wrong, failing isn't always a big deal. Sometimes it's just bad luck or one poor decision on the day. But when you are getting serious faults or making the same mistakes repeatedly, it's not about luck, it's a problem with the training. Gabriel didn't need empty reassurances. He needed a proper instruction tailored to his specific needs. So the Retro approach, tailored training for every student. This is why at Retro HGV Training we take a personalized approach. No 2 students are the same, so no 2 training plans should be identical. We carefully evaluate every student to understand their strengths, weaknesses, and learning style. From there, we design a training plan that's just for them. We address their specific challenges, whether it's approach speed, observation, or other driving techniques. Most importantly, when we think a student is ready, we make sure they know it. We don't just say, you'll be fine. We highlight any areas that need extra attention so they fully prepared for their test and their future career. The key to confidence. Confidence is a big part of being ready. If you are nervous or doubting yourself, it can affect your performance. That's why we focus on building confidence throughout the training process. When you know you've had enough training, when you understand the techniques, and when you've practiced every scenario you might face on the road, you feel ready. That confidence is what leads to success and signs that you are not ready. On the flip side, let's talk about some warning signs that you might not be ready. Frequent mistakes, consistently making the same errors, like misjudging your speed or forgetting your mirror strengths. Unclear feedback. Is your instructor giving you vague advice, like you're doing okay, without specific guidance? Low confidence. Do you feel anxious or unsure every time you get behind the wheel? If any of this sounds familiar, it might be time to reassess your training. Retro guarantee. At Retro HGV Training, we're so confident in our approach that we offer a pass guarantee. That means we will work with you until you're truly ready. No rushing, no shortcuts, just proper through training. We don't set students to their test until we're confident they can pass. And when our students do pass, they don't just scrape through, they excel because they've been told to handle every situation with skill and confidence. So, the final answer: how is your training? Are you ready for your test? If you've been working with us at Retro, you already know the answer. We keep you informed every step of the way, so there are no surprises. And if you are training elsewhere but feeling unsure, it might be time to consider a change. Don't leave your success to chance. Invest in proper training with a team that's dedicated to your success. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, whether you're just starting your training or preparing for your test, the right approach makes all the difference. If you are ready to start your HGV journey with Retro, give us a call today. Our contact details are in the description below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help other aspiring drivers. Stay confident and keep tracking. See you in the next video. Drive safe.